Hey folks, I think that we are live. Let me turn all my stuff off, all my sound and everything. Thanks for being patient with me. I had a lot going on and definitely had some technical issues, but I am finally on. Okay, let me find us on Facebook so that I can see you as you're hopping on. As you hop on, say hey. We are going to do a fun project together. I have everything, hopefully have everything set up for it. I was running around getting all my stuff while I was trying to work through the technical issues. And I think that we're good. Okay, so let me, I see that, turn that down. Hey, Kathy and Allison and Tina and Tanya, I see y'all now. Awesome. Sometimes I don't see the stuff scrolling by, but Vinny, I see Vinny. Thanks for joining me. So I have a fun project. I know that I said I was going to do the winter words, and to be quite honest, I really want to make something super fun and special with you guys with the winter words, but I couldn't find one of the pieces. I don't know what in the world happened. So I switched it up, and part of this like technical difficulties is just get my stuff together. So now I've got everything together, and we are going to be using the hot cocoa bar. I have a fun project in mind. I hope that you will enjoy it. I'm having fun just thinking about doing it, so hopefully it will turn out fun. All right, so as you're hopping on, say hey. I'm seeing Janet and Tammy and Beth. Hey, guys. And pass the love around if you would. So this is what we're going to be working with. We are going to be, let me take it out so you can see it, okay? And then I'll tell you all the materials that we have for this project, and we are working on the hot cocoa bar. And hey, Gina and Carolyn, hello. I think this is going to be so much fun. So again, with this project, I had something else in mind. It didn't turn out, so I switched it up. You guys know how it is. It's just like that, you know. I thought I was totally prepared. I have like a gazillion things in my craft room. And this is what we're ended up with, because I think it's going to be our best bet at this point. Okay. Hey, Mary and Gina. Thank you, Gina, for sprinkling. I really appreciate you sharing the love to everybody. All right, so this is the hot cocoa bar, Mrs. Claus Cafe. It says, have a drink and warm up, marshmallows and peppermint since 1955. So I thought that this would be fun to work on. Oh, you know what? Let me grab one more thing. I was maybe the Christmas minis. Hang on just a sec. I was thinking there might be a couple of fun things from the Christmas minis that I could put on this. So, what I am using for our project is, I've got the 8.5 by 11 hot cocoa bar. I have got brilliant white chalk paste, candy apple red. Hey, Sherry and Amy and Debbie and Sean, thanks for coming on. And then I've got the coal black, that's the paste. Then I got I got a 9 by 12 double-sided frame, and you can see on one side it is the natural color. It's got a great profile, so you don't need a hanger or anything. The other side was white, and I painted it red because we're going to have fun with it. It comes in a really great box. I love these boxes. But anyway, it comes in a really nice box. All right, so I said, you know, I'm going to start out with this. That looks cool. Red, by the way, you guys, very deep color. I put it on the white side, and I had to put 3 coats on. And to be honest with you, it could probably use another coat. But we're going to rock it like it is. Okay, so we've got the 9 by 12 double-sided board. We have got the hot cocoa bar, and look at it. So I have this, and I got this. This is just like a letter thing. I got this at the Dollar Plus area of the Dollar Tree, and it's kind of hairy because I painted it white, and it raises all the grain. Okay, I think we can all just like say that the Dollar Tree does not have the best quality, right? This is balsam wood, I think, but for our purposes today, it's going to work. Some crafts just don't have to last forever. Some crafts can be for the moment, or for the, you know, for a festivity, for an event, it can be for a holiday. But some of them, this one is going to last for quite some time, and I am going to have fun with this and use it over and over again. So I'm just, Yeah, that made the grain in the wood really come up. So I sand it off. Okay, my original idea was to make this hot cocoa bar, make it stand up, and have a cool place for all the dealy-dads, whatever, that go in it. And when I was first thinking about it, I thought, would it be great if I had some of these Dollar Tree crates, right? And I could stack them up a couple of high, and then, you know, and then in the front, I could put, you know, like 2 of them across here. So essentially 6 crates, like 2 in the back and then 1 in the front. And then you could see what was going to happen. And I have another just like that over there, and I could stack stuff up here and stuff down there. But you know what happened? I mean, again, we're going to be honest about the Dollar Tree. They are not all the same size. A lot of times they are not square. They are not, you know, I do like them for some stuff, but these 3 crates, and I have like 8. I couldn't find 6 that were the same size. So we went with the letter thing, and this is going to look so cute. I think it's probably a better choice anyway. So let me put this aside, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Hi, Arlene. Hello, Special St. Clair. Love that. Love that. All right, so this letter organizer, whatever it's called, look at this. It was plain, right? It was just raw wood from the Dollar Tree extra thingy that they call it. What do they call it? The Dollar Plus, I think. And it was $5. It was $5. And I painted it white. And then I am going to glue this on. And I'm going to put a little bit of white on our frame on the edge, just kind of make it all go together. And then we're going to make this into a hot cocoa station. I thought that would be fun. All right. Hey there. All right. So let me put this aside. I also grabbed a few other things. I grabbed, you know, who knows? You know how I am. I might mix it up as I go. Who knows if I want some of this stuff on anywhere on any of my surfaces? I just don't know yet. So we'll see. And what else do we have? And then I grabbed those Christmas minis because I thought in some spots maybe it would be kind of fun to have some of, you know, one of those snowflakes or Hello Winter, or who knows what I want. I love the trees too, so we'll see. All right, let's get going. Thank you, Crafty Servings, for sharing. I do appreciate that. The other thing I grabbed was some of the chalk, some of the wax, because I just painted my surface, guys. Just painted my surface, because remember I had to switch it up. So I am going to wax it a little bit. And then I don't know if you guys have been watching long enough to see that I like to use a sponge. And I use a sponge, and I just cut it in half. And it can be any old cheap sponge. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And I use the sponge, the Brillo side, the rough side, for distressing now. So we are going to, I think we're going to distress it just a little bit to give it a little more character, give some of the areas some dimension so that they can pop and we can really see how it looks. All right. One last thing, and we may or may not be able to use this, but I didn't have anything fun to put in here. So I made myself, I don't know if you can see it, I made myself a candy cane, and I made it out of this modeling air dry clay that I have. So we might do that together. I think I might need a couple, and come on, don't you think like it belongs in the corner or something? Just a couple of them maybe? All right, let's see what we can get going. Hey, Katrina. And Jamie. Hey, Jamie. All right, so the very first thing that I want to do is I want to stencil and maybe add some white paint to my frame, because I am going to glue the frame to this letter organizer in just a bit. So I need to give it some time to dry. So let's do the paint first. Now, again, I'm not sure how deep I want to go on that, but the letter thing is white. What is this even called? Letter organizer, letter tray, something like that. So I just have a little bit of, I have this Rust-Oleum chalked linen white paint that I'm using. You can also make your own chalk paint, which I do on the regular. Just didn't have this color ready. And I'm just going to go over it, and honestly, I'm just going to dry brush it. So for those of you who are wondering how I got the red just inside the, just in the, on the surface and not on the frame, I did take some painter's tape and I taped it right up to the edge, and I covered my frame area just so it wouldn't get it on there. All right, so now I'm going to just take a paper towel and wipe off that paint. Just like wipe off a lot of it. Now I'm going to just dry brush it. You're going to, obviously this one's painted all the way and it's not like an exact match, but that's okay because we are going to go in and do some stuff with that too. So let me get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just coming in and dry brushing. And the great thing about dry brushing, you guys, is I'm not really committing to much. I can add more later, but it'll be hard to take it off. So I'm just going to put on a little bit at a time until I decide I'm happy with what I have. All right. Hey, Donnell. Thank you. That's kind of you to say. You're looking pretty good yourself, ma'am. Okay. So, I think over here is where I just put the white. I think that's probably all I'm interested in doing. Now, I will tell you, I did get a little bit of red right there. Here I am like saying like, oh yeah, I covered it up, but actually I dripped some on the side. So good thing I decided to do some white because good thing I already had plans, or I would just have to switch it up again. I'm kind of liking that it's like blocky like that. I'm kind of liking that look. Okay, I'm going to come in the top and do the same. And don't forget the sides. We always tell people that. We do a lot of, here at my studio, we do a lot of paint classes. And when we do these board classes, we say, tell your neighbor, check your neighbor, make sure they did their sides. All right, and I am going to do the bottom too. You never know who's going to see what on the side, right? And you just spend all this time making this beautiful project, and then the side is like bare, and you're like, hey, you forgot to finish up. So we always go around to the side, and I am going to do the bottom because I haven't decided on this frame what the bottom is yet, okay? So just going around, as I'm doing this, guys, like I said, I'm feeling like I need a little more white. It's looking kind of cool, this blocky kind of really haphazard paint. It's like, at this point, it's a little less on the dry side painting. A little less dry brush and a little more heavy brush. But I'm not putting it on super, not super heavy to where it needs a second coat or anything like that. It's just kind of looks maybe a little bit worn. Maybe a little farmhousey, I don't know. And I'll just kind of put some more at random in different places. Okay, now I'm going to show it to you guys. And hey there, PH and Katrina. Looks great. Thank you so much. Yo, go Arizona. All right, so here we go. This is what I have so far. I think white was the right move there. I'm feeling like it was. Let me make sure I got it in all the places. Put a little more on. Oop, I missed this side, you guys. You should tell me. Not like you can see, huh? All right, let me put it on the side. There, that's looking good. And when I do my dry brushing, I try not to make it look like I was trying to get a lot of coverage. Almost accidental, but definitely not uniform. Because that's not a lot of fun. Not for me anyway, not for that technique. Okay, here we go. All right, that's what I love about this. And then the other side is still that raw wood. So I could do anything I wanted to. And really, if I really, really wanted to, I could paint the other side and maybe even put something on the other side, like another type of bar, right? Maybe an adult's bar. Who knows what I could put on the other side? Yeah, I could put another one of these leather things with some mini bottles or something like that on the other side. That could be fun. Just came to me. Okay. Oops, kicked myself out again. Katrina. I do that too. Hey, Dawn. Looks like fun. All right, so I'm all done with this, and I'm going to give this a second to dry. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to put a little bit of my wax on. And this wax, guys, it's just beeswax. Nothing fancy. Doesn't smell. Not offensive at all to anybody that I can think of. And So, you know, do you wax, do you not wax? That is up to you what you do. I am waxing this time because I just painted, and it's, let's see, I used this interior paint and primer just that I got from Lowe's, I think it's what Lowe's or something like that. Lowe's or Home Depot, one of them. All right, now I'm adding it all over, and I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to come up on me because it's probably not totally dry. All right. When do you guys decide to wax or not wax? Okay, so I'm waxing it, and then I'm going to put it on. And now I'm going to buff it off, okay? I'm going to basically try to take off as much as I can by buffing it. We're just trying to push some of those, that wax into the crevices. If it was raw wood, right? That's what we'd be doing. Into the fibers. Making a smooth surface so our stencil comes off easily and doesn't pick up the surface. All right. Okay. Hey, Lan. All right, so now I'm going to take my hot cocoa bar. I'm so excited. All right, so here's my thought on the hot cocoa bar, you guys. Like I said, we're just doing this together. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. So I'm thinking I'm doing this. So I'm not going to be able to see all of it. So what I did before I came on, I tried to decide what I could see once I decided to put that on. And I think, I'm going to turn it this way. It looks like I missed a little bit of red there, so I'm going to flip it this way, and that's going to be my top. All right, and now I'm going to do only this part, only from here to here. And then I am going to use this for other places because it's just too cute. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to cut your stencil. I don't cut my stencils, but that's up to you. Is there anything wrong with that? One way or the other? Not at all. That's a personal choice. It used to be like, you'll cut your stencil. But, you know, oh, who did it? I saw somebody do it recently. I'm like, oh, don't cut that stencil. But it turned out so cute, and it wasn't going to work for him any other way. So, all right. So, let's see. All right. Anybody have any big plans? Anybody have time off work because of Veterans Day tomorrow? Our staff is off tomorrow. So, the warehouse and customer service, and they're so excited. They go like, 5 o'clock, see ya, I'm out of here. But they're looking forward to it. Let's see, I just put Mrs. Claus. Why did I do that? It's hot cocoa. This is what happens when I'm talking to you guys and not paying attention. All right. All right, so I am going to take this off of here. And again, because I just painted, I am still going to want to pick up some lint. So I'm going to use our tacky towel, and I am going to pick up some lint. It's just going to help my stencil come off the surface a little bit easier. And some people ask, you know, when are you supposed to use the tacky towel, and when are you not supposed to? Always on non-porous surfaces, right, like glass or ceramic, because it makes it too hard. It sticks really well. It does its job really well, and it sticks, and then you can't get it off without stretching it. So we don't want that to happen. And then I always do, when I'm working with a wood surface that I'm not completely sure about, I go ahead and pick up some lint. Now, do you have to do it every time? I'm going to say no. Probably only first use. Again, I would caution you to think about it when we're talking about using non-porous surfaces, right? All right, let me set this aside. And I decided like this. All right, I'm going to put this in place, and I am going to put the hot cocoa bar up about as far as I can so that I can see the Mrs. Claus Cafe real well. And I'm going to let you guys see it before I get started. All right, let's see what it's going to look like. We'll be able to see that. Okay, you see the Mrs. Claus, and there's the line right there. So if I go just right up to the line but don't include the line, I'll be in good shape. So let me put this over here, and I will go ahead and chalk. Now, because I did white, right, on the edges, and this guy's white. I want to make sure that I incorporate all that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Brilliant White chalk paste. All right, and it's, there we go, nice and creamy. I thought for a second there I hadn't taken very good care of it, but just on the sides. Works just fine. All right, so I'm thinking about joining Magnolia Design Company. Maybe first watch. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Pam. Thanks for hopping on. Be sure to just sprinkle the love, share with folks. Oops, I said the bad word, the S word. But, you know, get this off to people who you think might enjoy it. All right, so I'm just going to go over all the negative space, which is actually our design space, right? And I'm going to just run it across it, and then I am going to squeegee off the excess. So I always say more is good in the beginning, right? But less is more when we get towards the end of, like, when we're done designing. When we are done, we want to squeegee off as much as we can, because we really just don't need that buildup, and it doesn't come off as easily in the screen. Well, not that it doesn't come off, it just kind of leaves it kind of clumpy, and that's not what we want. Plus, why waste your chalk? So we're going to take the chalk paste after we're done. You guys can see that okay? After we're done, we're going to take all that excess, and we're going to put it back in the jar. All right. I don't even know where to go with this. Okay. Janet, you can't go wrong with this company. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. All right. We do try to, you know, do the best job we can for you guys. We just love that you guys use our stuff, and we just love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the peel and reveal. I'll do it upside down for you guys. Hold on. Oh, I'm happy with that. Probably, yep. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I was going to say there is one area I could go over, but I'm actually going to leave it like that because the rest of it is a little bit distressed, and I'm going to leave it like that. So here is my hot cocoa bar, Mrs. Claus Cafe. All right, that's part one. Part two. I'm wondering, now let's see, when we put it together, how it's starting to look. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we definitely need some red, right? Something's got to pop on this baby. So we've got a couple of choices. My first thought was down on the bottom here, because we can see it real well, right? Down on the bottom there, or maybe on this next level, we should put the part that says marshmallows and peppermint. So let me see down here. I think I'm gonna put marshmallows and peppermint here, and since 17 marshmallows and peppermint here, and the part that says since 1755 down here, I think that'll look cute. And we're gonna go ahead and go with red again. That will tie it all together, hopefully, right? I think it will. I'm feeling good about this. All right, so now I'm just, remember, when you use our stencils, you don't have to use the whole thing, right? You just use the part that you want. Some people, like I said, some people cut them apart. Some people leave them all together. Hey, Sandy. Okay, now I'm going to go in. This is a smaller area. I'm just going to go in with a little squeegee. Let me get the, mini one. And I've got my candy apple red. I love this color. It's a really good true red. Just going to go over it. Now, I didn't wax this. You'll notice this wood is a little bit rougher, and I didn't need to. I just had it on a surface that was waxed, so I'm probably pretty good. But because this wood is a little bit rough, I guess I could have, actually. Maybe it would have smoothed out the wood a little bit, the surface. But we're going for it anyway. All right. You pull that off, and we'll see what we get. Yes. Okay, guys, see that? This is going to come together. All right, I got two more sayings. One says, have a drink and warm up. And the other one says, marshmallows and peppermint. I think I'm going to use all three. Then I'm going to put the marshmallows and peppermint up here. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a challenge. Okay. Let me get the marshmallows and peppermint on here. It's just so weird. Trying to get, and I'm going to show you why in a second. There's nothing weird about the stencil or anything. It's just like, there's not a lot of space between these slats for the mail, for the letters and such. You know, if this was a mail thingy. You can see what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to like get your fingers in there the right way. Hi, Annetta. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to go in and just chalk that area. I'm not going to include that line. Now, I could have used a different squeegee. Probably should have used one that I cut in half, and I just didn't. Actually, now that I'm into it, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Now, this is just one of the cut-apart squeegees, one of the small squeegees, not the minis. It's a small squeegee. And I cut it in thirds, and that's just really for little tiny areas. We also have our, and I'll show you in a minute, our paintbrush squeegees, which are really great for little, you know, little details. I like those really well. And I will show them to you. Okay, I'm going to squeegee it off. These are the paintbrush squeegees I was talking about. You can see they have really fine detail, and they have different heads on them. All right, so now I'm gonna pull that off. Yes, I'm liking it. What do you guys think? All right, one more, and I'll put it right here, okay? And we will do the have a drink and warm up. Same idea. Sorry you guys can't see it that well, but if you see it, then I definitely cannot. And I will show it to you as soon as I get it on here, where we're going to put it. Now we're working on just this little line right here. So again, I'm just going to use, ooh, maybe I should use the paintbrush squeegee on this. I'm going to use a paintbrush squeegee. It's kind of small. So I'll use a paintbrush squeegee on this one. Because there are lines on either side, and I don't want to I don't want to include the lines. See what I'm doing? You just use the squeegee just like you would a normal squeegee, but it's just really small. And you can put it on and squeegee it off. I'm going to use a different one. Everybody has their favorite on these squeegees on the heads of them. This one is definitely going a lot faster. This is the one that looks like this. I don't know if you can see it very well. Kind of far away. Who has the paintbrush squeegees? Do you like them? I love them. I think we added these like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and they've been popular. Okay, let me set that guy aside. Adorable. Thank you. You love the project? I'm so glad. All right, so I think I think we've used this up pretty good. We could use some of the lines and stuff, but honestly, I'm going to set that aside so it doesn't get... All right, here we go. Sarah, stop. What do you think about that? I like it. All right, now we have to decide. I'm going to let you guys help me out, okay? I've got a bunch of stuff. I could... Let me see. Let me turn it around, and then I'll turn it back around so you guys can see it. All right. So I was thinking either on the sides here, okay? Or maybe I could try to fit it in on either side here. I could do the snowflakes, or I could do the trees. Do you like either one of those, or do you like the way that it looks? Let me know. The other thought, like I said, was on the side instead. I'm not sure if it goes. I could do the plaid, the mini plaid. Mini plaid and dots. I'm going to look and see. You guys let me know. Love the paintbrush squeegees. Good. Hi, Sheila. All right, let me know what you want to do. Paintbrush squeegee. Okay, good. I vote outside. Okay, outside. And so, Janet, you said outside. So do you like the minis on the outside, like on the edge, or do you like the dots or the mini plaid? Like it now and not too busy. Okay, plaid on the side, mini plaid for sure. If I say leave it as is. Okay. You guys, I just want some more color. So I'm going to say perfect as it is. I will put snowflake on this side. Cute. Okay. You guys, when I first started this, I was thinking plaid. So they are the best. Mini plaid. Okay, we got more than enough people on the mini plaid, so I'm rocking it on the mini plaid. All right, so these dots in mini plaid, I can't even tell you how many of these we've gone through around here. You guys love these too, whether it's the plaid or the mini plaid. I like the polka dots on the outside, then he says. Okay, everybody's got an opinion. That's awesome. I love it. You do you. Okay, thank you, Lisa. All right, so I'm going to, I don't know, reorganize my life here. And put this aside here. And let's get this towel back out here, this tacky towel. Do you know, back in the day when we came out with the tacky towel, we were like, what are we going to call this thing? And we had a contest, and somebody in our group named this. One of you guys did. And then that person got some product credit for giving us such an awesome idea. Okay. All right, so here we go on the side. Then let me know if you approve or not, okay? I'm going to turn it up like this. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, dang, you guys. I wish I could show it to you better. Let me stand up. And I'll try to do it the same on both sides so it looks even, but... Oh, it'll be on the other side. It won't matter. It'll be on the other side. All right, we're going to do this, and then we're going to put it all together. All right. I did want to show you how I made those little, what is that called? I wanted to show you how I made those little candy canes as well. They're really simple. I'm sure you guys have done them yourself, but I couldn't find any little candy canes except for, I couldn't find any that were fake. I could just, and I was looking for a gingerbread man. I think I'm going to do a s'mores for my tiered tray, like just a fake one. I couldn't find some of the stuff I was looking for, so I'm like, you know what? We can make it. We always make it. Love the squeegee brushes, but I also liked the all-purpose tool. Used it on my hot glue project with my fingers. Oh, good idea. All right. That's the side. All right, let me do the other side, and then we will put it together. Actually, let's let that one dry so I don't mess it up. And I'm going to show you what I wanted to do to bring it all home. Now, I have my black chalk paste, and I was talking to you guys about this sponge and the new method that I like to use. Mini on the outside. Oh, Sheila, I moved on. I'm sorry, girl. Okay, so I've got my chalk paste, and what I like to do is just put my paintbrush in it and paint the back of my Brillo pad, okay? There's so many different ways to distress, but this one, it just makes it a little more random. Now, let's see if I can show it to you guys without touching. And now I'm just going to rake it over certain areas, and then, and the reason I want to do this, like I was saying earlier, is I think it just makes everything pop. It gives it a little more definition, and I'll show it to you. Plus, it's a hot cocoa bar. It just kind of needs a little bit of fun. And down along the sides, and definitely on the top. All right, so now do you see how that makes each layer pop just a little bit? I typically do not have a heavy hand with these kinds of things. So, if you like more, put on more. What are you making, Janice? We are making a hot cocoa bar. And I have got a letter tray, whatever. That's what this thing is that I got from the $5 area from the Dollar Tree. But you can use anything you want. In fact, I did earlier encourage folks to maybe use the crates. If you could find 6 that were the same size, I was going to stack them kind of like this so that we could use the crates. But this, all in all, if you do have a dollar spot, no, that's not what it's called, but I'm talking about that area. If you do have one of those, this is less expensive. It's just a buck. No, wait. So no, it's a lot cheaper because 6 times $1.25 is a lot more expensive than $5, which is what this was. All right, now I put a little more on, and you guys let me know, what do you think about that? Do you like that black? And there is our plaid. All right, let me go on this side, put the plaid on, and then we will put everything together. Hello, hi Christina, hi Denise. Hey Gwen. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. We work hard to bring you projects that you will like. We hope you do. And definitely work hard to bring you designs that we think that you'll like. Because, right, where would we be without you guys? We'd just be sitting over here, just doing stuff for ourselves and by ourselves. And community, man, that's what it's about. Do any of you guys have any parties scheduled? You know, any Christmas parties, any block parties? Are you doing Thanksgiving at your house? Any parties? I'm so glad to see people getting together, enjoying their communities, loving on each other. So important to our mental health. So, so important. Okay, this is a really cute project. Thank you. Black looks great. Thank you. I never tried that technique. Plan to try that next time. I use it, maybe I overuse it, but I use it on lots of different stuff. Anytime I want to, you know, have a distressed look, that's the method that I use now. All right. Now, we got red. See, I'm liking the fact that we're tying in more of the red. Now, let's see what it would look like if we put it all together. Then I need to ask you guys one more important question. All right, so here we go. We are going to put it together. I am going to show you how we're going to do that. All right. You like the letter holder better than the crates. Good. You know, Sheila, I think I do too. Initially, I didn't because I wanted it more partitioned. But, you know, when I thought about it, I can put things between if I really want to. I can also put cups in there. Like, I can do anything I want to. The main thing is to get this station together. And like we talked about earlier, if I got two of these, this is a double-sided board. I could do something totally adultish on the other side and a letter organizer on that other side too. That would be super cute, and just put some mini bottles or some, you know, whatever I want over there. And now that I'm saying that, I think I'm going to. But I think it would be great. Okay, last question was, I think it's important, that same technique that I did, I'm thinking I should put some on this board as well, some black, just to tie it in. I've got black down here on the letter organizer and maybe a little black here. Yes or no? What do you think? Dawn Wood. Hey, thank you, Dawn. Okay, so black chalk paste here just on the edges to kind of bring it out and tie it in, or leave it the way that it is. You're going to get like 30 seconds to decide. Yes, cute. Thank you, Amy and Annette. Yes, black on the frame too. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, you're all in agreement. We're doing it. We are. I love it when you guys help me out. What do I do with my paintbrush? Here we go. All right, so I'm just, again, if you're just hopping on, I've just got a sponge, all right, and I'm just going to wash it and reuse it till I can't anymore. And then I'm going to take my chalk paste. I've got, whoa, moment, please. I'm taking my chalk paste on a paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint this Brillo pad. All right. Then I'm going to take the Brillo pad. I think I would have used red instead of black. Oh, good idea, Donna. Okay, so then I am going to just go along the edge. Oh, you guys were right. Totally. That was the right thing. I know you can't really see it very well yet, but I'm going to show you in a sec here. Then don't forget the sides. All right, help your neighbor out. Don't let your neighbor hang there with no sides. Oh, I'm really loving the black. You guys are smart. Okay. And I'm going to hold it up closer so you guys can see it, all right? How many of you are going to go do this project? So once again, this is our 9 by 12 double-sided frame. There it is with some black on it. I think that looks cool. Okay, 9 by 12 double-sided frame. The hot cocoa, and we use just the Mrs. Claus and up on our backboard. We use the mini plaid from the plaid, mini plaids and dots. And then all the other lettering from the hot cocoa bar we put on each level. I like your Christmas trees. Thank you. I think you would. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put it all together. Now here comes the hard part, right? How do we get this puppy together? I am going to tell you, I know not all crafts are forever, but we want to make sure this thing stays together, right? So I got my little fingers. This is not going to go well if we just hot glue it. It just isn't. And so what we've got to do, I do a combo. So I'm going to use this glue, and it is like the E6000, but it says it's the Gorilla Glue, and it says clear grip. Can you see it okay? Clear grip. It says 100% waterproof, permanent bond, and holds in just seconds. And while that is true, I want to give myself some extra insurance, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this all over, and then I'm going to use hot glue in some areas so it'll hold immediately. All right, so let me put it upside down. Okay, Benny, you are going to do this? Awesome! All right, so this thing, let me show you how it sits. This is going to sit right on this lip, okay? So I need to attach it to the bottom, the sides, and the top of this. So that's where I'm going to put my glue. So let me get a little look. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to put it on this all the way around the perimeter, probably some in the middle and some down at the base. All right, so let me show you what I do. If I can get it open, I'll show you what I do. I'm having trouble. Okay. You look far away from your phone. Oh, it's because it's my computer. Yeah, I am. My phone, I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to change some things up. All right, so I'm just going to come in and, ooh, did I touch that? What was what? I'm going to put it on the base, but not the entire base, right? Because I do need to put some, in some areas I want to put that hot glue so that it can get that temporary hold. So I'm going to put it around in several different areas. Wow, this is kind of rough coming out. Definitely on the top, all the way to the edge. Okay, so this doesn't set up that quick. So I mean it does, but not that fast. I don't have to hurry, right? Oops. And now I'm going to come in with my glue gun and just in certain areas, just going to put some hot glue. Just not on top of that glue. So that doesn't work well together. We don't want to put it on top of the glue that we just put on. We want to just put it in between, maybe. Like if you did it in various places, just put it in between. All right? All right, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Make sure I've got it even Steven. Now, if I had some clamps, I would use them, but the only ones I have here at the warehouse are my little tiny clamps, so that's not going to work on this. Otherwise, I would clamp this together, but I'm going to tell you in just a few minutes, it's going to be good to go. I've got some strings hanging off here. All right. How long have you been crafting for, Janice wants to know. I guess probably my whole life, Janice. I just love making stuff. I've always loved making stuff. And I love making something from nothing and even trash. So, which is the project I was going to work on, and I think I threw away that thing that I was looking for. It was in my recycle bin. So I'm going to have to go get another one, and then we'll do the next craft together we were going to do today. All right, so here we go. Here's our hot cocoa bar. What do you guys think about that? Is it delightful? It's delightful. I love it. What does your sign say? The sign says, Hot Cocoa Bar, Mrs. Claus Cafe. And that's from our Hot Cocoa Bar stencil. And then in the different areas, I use the rest of the stencil. I think this is going to be so cute. Now, for Christmas, I make, this could be any time, right? You could do anything you want to here. But for Christmas, I make fresh cocoa. Every single Christmas, I make it on the stove top, and I start with you know, some sweetened condensed milk and some powdered cocoa, and we go from there until I like the way that it is. But I have all the dealy dads that people can put in it, and that's what I'm going to put in here. All right, so let me show you one other thing. I did love this little guy here, and I was thinking I'd like to put two right here. What do you guys think about that? One, you know, crisscrossing. I don't know if that's a good idea. Can you see that? I think it might be cute. So I'm going to put my little sign over here, and then I'm just going to show you what I did to make that. This guy here, do you want to hang tight for just a bit? Oh, look it. Oh, I forgot I had this. Wouldn't this be so cute just to sit in front of your hot cocoa bar? Isn't that so stylish? I love it. It just makes it pop more, doesn't it? All right, so let's set that aside, and I'm going to use this clay that I have. I'm just going to show you guys just a little fun thing. I make homemade marshmallows to go with a homemade... Allison, you make homemade marshmallows? I don't know how to do that. Oh, you're going to have to tell me. Donna says that'd be awesome with the candy canes. All right, so what I'm going to do is, this one is pretty much dry. I am going to put it on. I think I'm going to tie them both in a little bow and put it on here when they dry. That one's pretty much dry. I obviously can't put it on during this live because they got to dry. So I had some red and I have some white of my clay, and I just took it and I really just took a little smidge, and I'm just rolling it out just like you would with any kind of, you know, dough or whatever. I rolled it out. So I got this little skinny guy here. And then I'm going to do the same and just going across evenly. I'm going to do the same with the red one. And just keep rolling it out. And I go all the way across, go back and forth, go back and forth. Try to apply even pressure. And I used to be a cake decorator. Well, I shouldn't say used to. I still do. But I don't do it for a living anymore. I just do it for fun and pleasure for others. All right. All right. So then I'm going to put them both together like this. And then I'm just going to start twisting. Just twist, twist, twist. Now I'm not going to twist so much that I break the dough, or clay. This clay is air dry. You can get it just about anywhere. Michael's, I think, if you shop at the Dollar Tree, I think they've got some. I don't typically buy mine there. And then I'm just going to curl it like this until I like the, you see how tight these were? I'm going to just keep it. This one's not tight enough. All right, so then I'm just going to make a little arch. And honestly, you know what I did? I cut it with my scissors. All right, let me make sure it's the same size. It is. How'd I get so close? I got so close. All right, and then I just squished them together a little bit. And here are my candy canes. And when they dry, I'm going to put them right up here together like this with a little bow and glue them on. See, I shouldn't even put this guy up here. He's not even dry. Poor little guy. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I hope that you make your own hot cocoa bar. And thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a good night.